Welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. As we go into our news tonight, viewers, we have a little update for you tonight. The Water and Sewerage Authority of Trinidad and Tobago is advising the public of a temporary shutdown at the Caroni Water Treatment Plant due to emergency electrical maintenance work. As such, there will be a water supply disruption to parts of North, Central, and South Trinidad between the hours of 8 p.m. and midnight. WASA says it may take up to 12 hours for the water to normalize to some affected areas following the completion of the work. So Trinidad and Tobago, take note of that. Also, the House of Representatives will meet on July 28 at 1:30 p.m. to debate the state of emergency, the SOE, declared by the President, Christine Kangaloo, on July 8. So remember that, viewers. Attorney General John Jeremy is expected to move the motion on July 8th. 18th, yeah, that's what I say, 18th, July 18th. Viewers, Attorney General John Jeremy is expected to move the motion to approve the SOE. According to the Constitution, an SOE can last up to 15 days initially, and Parliament must debate within that period of it. Can then be extended by Parliament for up to 3 months at a time, not exceeding 6 months in total. So Trinidad and Tobago, be aware of that. So as we go into our current affairs department, viewers, stay tuned. Archie has appointed a new 3-member review tribunal to assess detention order issue under the current state of emergency. According to a legal notice published today, David Alexander has been named chairman of the tribunal, with Ken Samlal and Shivanangli Ramuta appointed as member. The appointments were made under Section 11 of the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Chapter 1.01, and Paragraph 5, Bracket 2 of the Schedule to the Emergency Powers Regulation 2025 via legal notice number 241 of 2025. The legal notice did not set out the operational guidelines under which the tribunal will function. During the previous state of emergency in December to January, detainees were entitled to challenge their detention within a framework published in the Trinidad and Tobago Gazette. It requires detainees to be informed of their rights to a review within 24 hours of being taken into custody. Review requests could then be submitted in writing to the Attorney General's office or the tribunal secretary and the tribunal. Now, tribunal was expected to convey within 7 days to determine whether the detention met legal standard. It is not yet clear whether the same parameters will apply during this current state of emergency. Moving along, viewers. Patriotic Front leader Michaela Pandey has stated that the UNC government is taking the same approach its PNM predecessor did to fight crime by declaring a state of emergency. In a statement after the SOE was announced, the PF said, Patriotic Front said, this is the second SOE in less than a year. The PNM declared one last December. Now, the UNC follows suit, citing a coordinated threat involving organized criminal network operating from within correctional facilities. The Patriotic Front added, Copy and fail PNM measure will never work. Emergency powers are not a crime plan. They are not strategies. The PF recalled the UNC campaigning heavily on crime in the lead up to the recent general election. The PF said the population deserves a government with a vision and courage to lead, not just repeat. So Trinidad and Tobago, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. The SOE gives the police the power to enter your property. And it is a way that police officers can get a warrant with the snap of a finger. Without an SOE, it will take a little time to get a warrant, as they see. But between the SOE and getting a warrant, let me tell you something, all you need is a JP or a judge. Quick response and you could get a warrant. You see, everyone in security and everyone in the Ministry of National Security has a different view. But nevertheless, benefit of the doubt goes to the Ministry of Security, to Homeland Security, to commissioners. We give them the benefit of the doubt to handle crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's not hope that this is the same method that the former Minister of National Security are using. We hope that this present government is not going to follow the same pattern as the PNM did. Because if they're going to follow the same pattern as the PNM did, crime will not be fixed in Trinidad and Tobago. It may just get worse. But, as I say, and I will continue to say it, there is a police station in almost every district and community in our country. In our country. And if the person in charge of that station keep their community safe and clean, we would not have a surge in crime. Whether it's motor vehicle theft, whether it's house breaking, whether it's larceny, whether it's marijuana, whether it's cocaine, whether it's prostitution, whether it's drugs, whether it's illegal firearm in the community. You see, the police station in the community is responsible for the safety of the citizen in their community. And I always say this is something I've been saying for years. For years. The officers that are running the station, they are in charge of the security for their community. And if they do not work as they're supposed to, crime will overcome the community and everyone will be afraid, even the officers. I always say, the police, they have gun to kill, you know. They have a license to kill, you know. They could get away with anything. But the minute a licensed firearm holder draws his firearm, he's the one that is in problem. And that is a law that needs to revamp. That is a law that needs to be revised. Because that's far the criminal could come in your house and kill you. And they could get away. They have more say than a licensed firearm holder. The only way a police getting away because he's an officer of the law of Trinidad and Tobago. But other than that, you and I, who are firearm holders, it's a problem for us. But I just always say on television, jump my fence, I shoot in you, and my dogs will take care of you. It's something I have been saying. I ain't killing your stale and not going and empty the clip on you. Nah, I'm not doing that again. New method. New year, new method. 2024 was a year gone by. This is year 2025. So my method of thinking for 2024 will not be in 2025. I'm doing it different. You had to feel the pain. You had to feel the pinch. Because when I work in 16 and 17 hours a day, I feel the pain and the pinch. I can't say I'm tired, I will go home. No. I have to stay and grind. You know why? Because I have workers. And if I don't grind being a boss, the workers won't get a salary. So I had to use my brains. I had to use my body. Put these two together and grind for the hours to make sure my company so workers could be employed and they could see about their family. You see, a bandit don't think so. A bandit will mark a big house, 2-3 friends, run in, terrorize the family. By me, I'll tell you something, it's not like running out, you know. Because I'm making sure and I'm shooting you. When you fall to the ground, however you and them dogs make it, that's all a problem, not mine. Because as I say, and Trinidad and Tobago homeowners should start thinking like this. I never tell you come in my property 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. I never tell you to jump my gate. I never invited you in my property. So whatever you get, take. I know one senior officer said, defend your house and your family at all cost. I am not telling you to go out and buy a legal firearm. But he is telling you to defend your property at all cost. We in Trinidad because Sharpwood Tree Canal. As they say, both sides. And it stick right by we bed. Yeah. Come in the door, chopping off your hand. That was a long time method. You understand? Now, it's a different thing. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, we in this country, we need to protect our homes at all costs. And I will say the same thing as a senior police officer. Protect your home at all costs. Do what you have to do to protect your home. I believe the UNC administration presently, they will go to Parliament soon to debate the stand your ground legislations. I have read through the entire thing, and yeah, stand your ground. Stand your ground. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to tackle the health ministry on tackling nursing vacancies when we return.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on a fixed deposit for 5 years and over,
with upfront interest.
Contact our central office at 238-6716 or our San Fernando office at 242-9944. You don't want to miss this great opportunity. Invest today and watch your investment work for you.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, before we go any further tonight, viewers, I must remind you of the 5% Real Talk Financing is offering you on a fixed deposit. Trinidad and Tobago, we are the only financial institution in this country that is making sure that your money works for you. You have already worked for your money hard over the years. You have your money in a financial institution where you have to continue working and your money is not working for you. It is not. 2%, 3% is not working for you. So why not come down to Real Talk Financing, find out about our fixed deposit, where you can get 5% on a fixed deposit for 5 years. Imagine if you invest $200,000 for 5 years, that's $50,000 you're getting right here, Trinidad and Tobago. But the thing is, you're getting your money up front. Within 7 to 14 working days, Trinidad and Tobago, my office is going to call you to tell you to come in and collect your interest. So once you set up an appointment with us, you open up a fixed deposit with our finance company. $50,000 could be yours within 7 to 14 days on an upfront interest on an investment that is $200,000 or more or less. Imagine that. You invest less, you get less interest. You invest more, you get more interest. Who else is doing it for you? Nobody, no other financial institution is doing that for you. Where are you getting the best offer on fixed deposit? Right here at Real Talk Financing. Why? Your money can really work for you. So as we go back into our current affairs at Trinidad and Tobago, the Minister of Health, Dr. Lakram has assured that the Ministry of Health is working to address vacancies at regional health authorities across the country, highlighting the crucial role that the nurses play in healthcare. He said his ministry is working to fill over 1,800 nursing vacancies in the region, or the Regional Health Authority, RHAS. He added that the government will ensure persons can access those opportunities.
Currently, at the NWRHA, there are 625 vacancies. At the NCRHA, there were 143 vacancies. At the STVREALTALK, there are 719 vacancies. At the ERHA, there are 381 vacancies. So that's currently just over 1,800 vacancies. So there is opportunity. And of course, as the Minister of Health and as a government, we have to find a way to ensure that you access those opportunities.
So Trinidad and Tobago, I just want to ask this question. This is a new Minister of Health in a new government. Terence Singh, a former Minister of Health, was there for 9 long years and never even said anything about vacancies in the healthcare system. Did he try? Did he try to employ nurses and doctors right here in Trinidad? To me, the answer is no. Because 1,800 vacancies plus, nah. Now you're saying something else. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said. Great program as usual, and you played a very important role in getting the Minister of Health to respond. We brought up this on your program, and
yes,
I hope he filled the vacancies with doctors and hire doctors that have been working temporary for the last 12 and 15 years.
Yes.
Anyway, great program, and you're doing a great job. Commissioner of Police Guerrero is warning his officers to be aware of heightened threats
yes,
to them. Well, what happened with the men who kidnapped the girl and she was rescued? All of them should be emancipated from the face of the earth. So, Commissioner Guerrero, well done to your men. When they do good job, we will praise them. Well done, and all of them should be emancipated. So he's warning his officers. I want to warn the citizens of this country. You had over 50 police officers and 50 licensed officers today at the end of the southbound highway there where you exit to come onto the Napamamaya Road. You tell me if that was necessary. So much crime in this country. Look at the roads in the country. And I tell you the issue ticket today. And the issue ticket for most of the vehicles not having their vehicle inspected. I mean, that is right. That is wrong. And Commissioner Guerrero, you asking the citizens of this country to partner with the police, to help the police solve crime and partner with the police when they're committing crime against the citizens of this country. Look at the roads in the country. Minister of Works and the Prime Minister have that law suspended until all roads in this country are fixed. Mr. Said, you keep up the great work you're doing. God will richly bless you. We will fix this country. God bless you and your staff.
Thank you, my friend. So, Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Lakram urged collaboration from nurses and the Nursing Council as the ministry works to expand service. He noted that his ministry is working for the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
We're trying as a government to expand services, and we need the cooperation of nurses. We need you to work with us. We need the council to work with us. We need the association to work with us. It's not a perfect situation, but we are all working for the same cause, and we are working for the patients. We are working for the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
So viewers, meanwhile, President of the Nursing Council of Trinidad and Tobago, Corey George, advised the graduates to be guided by their commitment and dedication to the profession. Listen to this.
You have been given the knowledge and taught the skills needed to provide high quality care to the people of this nation. But more than that, you must let your commitment and dedication flow from a place of true care and compassion. Let that be the foundation of your practice.
So Trinidad and Tobago, the oath-taking and pinning ceremony saw 80 nursing students from UWI pledge to uphold the ethical, principle, and professional standard of nursing profession. So congratulations to these 80 nursing students who pledged to continue working to help the health sector in Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
A very, very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
Go ahead. Evening.
The People Partnership in those days had set up a training facility in Cecilia Road in Tacarigua to train nurses. Up comes the PNM and closed down that facility. This could be one of the reasons why we have a shortage of qualified nurses. And another quick point, the next quick point I want to make, TED 7962. TED 7962. That is a police Hilux. So this traffic light red is a clip that was circulating, and police waiting on the red light to turn green. Up comes three people, high speed, broke the red light, and they just go on about the business. And guess what? The police park up right and did nothing. Absolutely nothing. These the kind of things that cause people to get killed on the highway. All the best. Have a good evening, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Hopefully somebody from security looking at the program and will take down the number. Moving along, viewers, thousands are expected to visit the community hospital of Seventh-day Adventist in Cocorite as the US-based medical mission Hands International offer free healthcare service to those in need this week. That is the Seventh-day Adventist in Cocorite. The US-based medical team Mission Hands International. For this week, they're going to be at the Cocorite Community Hospital offering free healthcare service to those in need this week. President of Hands International, Dr. Reynold Agard, is leading a team of 70 foreign medical practitioners to provide a host of free medical service and procedures. Let's take a look.
Coming all the way from the US, we are from multiple states, including Delaware, California, Florida, Alabama, DC, Washington, DC, in conjunction with the US Embassy. So we are happy to be here and to be hosted by the community Seventh-day Adventist Hospital in Cocorite.
Tobago. Dental, pediatric, mental health, and educational sessions are just a few of the other services being offered at the medical mission. Dr. Agard noted that this week's mission is not the organization's first visit to TNT.
Our first visit was to the borough of Point Fortin, where we saw close to 5,000 patients and did procedures there. We did surgeries. It was not the new hospital, but at the area hospital in Point Fortin. And again, we were welcomed there and we saw over 5,000 patients. Our next mission was in Sandy Grande, where we operated a field hospital on the grounds of the Sandy Grande SDA Church, where we were able to utilize the hospital, which is right next door. And for this mission, we are happy that we are actually on the grounds and the facilities here available to us. So this is unique.
Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Okay, firstly, let me say this. Former health minister, what is his name again?
Terence Yalsing.
Terence Yalsing should have been charged with criminal negligence. And I'll tell you why I say that. Our hospitals were short-staffed with nurses because the ratio, as international standards, with nurses per patient, we was way below, including that of the amount of babies that died. The report, the investigation that took place is that we were understaffed with nurses and to attend to patients, and more so with the babies and what have you. In addition to that side, they closed down the nursing institution,
correct,
the training facility up in El Dorado up there. I live not too far from there. And that was as a result of plenty nurses having to leave here and go and work all in the Middle East and all over the world and whatnot, in America and all Europe and whatnot. So Terence Yalsing, them didn't care about health thing in this country. That's why I say that he should be charged with criminal negligence. But I want to just draw your attention to something, Saeed. The former Prime Minister, Keith Rowley, is saying that the UNC, well, Kamala Prasad, the Prime Minister, the Attorney General, John Jeremy, and the Commissioner of Police is responsible for his name appearing on Interpol list. Saeed, let me tell you something. You know why his name was on the Interpol list? And I will tell you. Don't cut me off, Saeed. Keith Rowley. My friend, we don't want to give false narrative to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago with you mentioning his name on the Interpol list. TTPS came out and said they did their investigation and his name is actually not on the list. So like I told people in a previous show, it's some sort of distraction to distract the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago from the real issue that is taking place, the crime and the fraud. We have CPEP, we have URP, we have reforestation workers, and that is the real deal that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. So I guess Dr. Rowley, as always, came out with that distraction, but nevertheless, we are hearing from Faris,
We ain't hearing from Stuart Young. Where is Penny? We're not hearing them. Where is Marvin Gonzalez? We're not hearing anything from them. Nobody's coming out to defend nobody. When last time let's see something with Stuart Young, Faris Al-Rawi, Marvin, Penny. For the last 2-3 days, it's like the PNM administration went mute. Even former finance minister Clungenberg, we ain't hearing nothing. Since Barry started bus S and S and S and S, we ain't hearing nothing. But nevertheless. So Trinidad and Tobago, Hands International, one of our team members, Dr. Kamaru, a cardiologist from Nigeria, described just one of the services that has been provided at this free healthcare service this week. Listen to this.
We are doing not only that we're doing the cardiac catheterization that will require surgery, we are going to be doing open heart surgery at community hospital, starting probably in another 2 months or so. So we are here, we have all the services, that we are going to be doing, from just diagnostic, evaluation, cardiac catheterization, stent, open heart surgery. And in addition to that, the education part of it is coming.
So viewers, that is some of the service that will be ongoing at this week free healthcare in Cocoreed community. We are going for a short commercial break, viewers, but when we come back, citizens are advised to trust AI, artificial intelligence. More on this when we return.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on a fixed deposit for 5 years and over, with upfront interest. Contact our central office at 238-6716 or our San Fernando office at 242-9944. You don't want to miss this great opportunity. Invest today and watch your investment work for you.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So viewers, Minister of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence Dominic Smith has urged citizens to place their trust in the state when it comes to handling their personal data. He made a call while speaking at the inaugural National Cyber Drill 2025, an initiative amid and testing the strengthening the country's digital defense. Smith said the cyber drill was a step in the right direction in adopting AI technology and security, a better public service. That is what he said. Listen to this.
We are asking citizens to place their sensitive, personal, and commercial data into our custody. We're asking them to give us the benefit of the doubt. We're asking them to give us that trust. And studies have shown a direct correlation. When citizens trust in the security of digital government platforms, they are far more likely to use them.
So now viewers, all over the world, AI is leading in business, in schools, in hospitals, in cafes, internet cafes, sports bar, all over the US. I went to the US recently and a robot was serving me. A robot was serving me in a cafe. But this is technology. We are in the 21st century. Artificial intelligence is becoming our day-to-day role. Imagine that. Having a robot serve you in a cafe. I'm going to tell you something. That was an experience. But nevertheless, it works. It works outside of Trinidad and Tobago, viewers. So we might as well start adopting the AI tech right here in our country. Now listen to this. He said, the global market for an AI in cybersecurity is projected to exceed US $60 billion by 2028. A better use of AI will respond to better service in the public and private sector for citizens. Now Trinidad and Tobago having exceed $60 billion by 2028 is not no jokey figures. It's real tech men coming up with ideas and solutions to make our day-to-day life easier, to make our task easier, to make health easier, to make banking easier, to make teaching easier, to make security easier, to make home security easier, to make your phone call easier. So I know many of you will have problems independent on AI. But I could tell you something. Traveling around the globe and seeing the things I see, tonight I am going to tell you, I'm going to tell you something. It is developing very, very fast all around the world. All over the world. On your phone. They say when you upgrade your phone, some of the phones now, when you upgrade your phone, they're going straight to AI. Straight to AI. Texting, calling, graphics. It works. I could tell you it works because we in cyber, we in security, we have credit union, we have finance department. So security is first priority for us. And I am telling you, it works. So if you don't trust it 100%, tonight I am telling you, at least trust it 50%. Start from there. Why? Because Saieed says so. And I've been a man in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 8 years on television, fighting for the truth, fighting for betterment, and fighting for what? Security of our country. Call a good night.
Let me remind you of something. You said that the Commissioner of Police cleared the air, that there's nothing with respect to Rowley on the Interpol list, right? That information is wrong, Saieed.
Okay.
What the Commissioner of Police is saying is they have checked the records here because Rowley was claiming that the police here supply provide information to the Interpol. And what the Commissioner of Police is saying, that he has checked and there is nothing that the police or the Prime Minister or the Attorney General did with respect to furnishing any information.
Okay, let me correct you there.
Yeah.
The commissioner checked to see if anyone from Trinidad submitted documents. And there were no documents submitted.
Well, the point I'm making, when people misinterpreting the feeling that Rowley's name is not on the Interpol list, but what the commissioner is saying, that we here did not supply any information to Interpol. That is something that they do on their own, and they investigated. And one of the reasons I assuming is that because of being a close associate with Maduro.
I could understand what you're saying, you assume.
Because no, give me a minute, please. Now, I'm craving it. Remember, America supplied this country with both speedboats and interceptors and surveillance equipment, I think, for the border, the thing, right?
Yes.
And Rowley and them didn't use it. And therefore, Trinidad was being used as a transshipment point for the drug to support Venezuela, Maduro. And this is why probably they see this as Rowley being an accomplice with Maduro in this aspect of drug trafficking. And this is as a result why they have blacklisted us and they put him on the Interpol list. So it has nothing to do that his name is not on the Interpol list. His name is there, but it's just that Trinidad and Tobago did not provide any information as he's claiming because he wants to blame the UNC for putting him in that predicament. But the UNC have absolutely nothing to do with that. They, on their own initiative, based on investigation, they must have found out with other aspects of governance, wrongdoing, misbehavior in public office, and criminal activities conducted by Rowley during his tenure in office. So this is why he is there, facing that thing.
Thank you, my friend.
To do with the government.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, president of Hands-On International. Now, the reason why I cut this story for you was because I wanted you all to understand where AI is going, right? Artificial intelligence is also in the medical field. So that's why I cut the story in two to let you know about the AI in the medical field also. Because all over the world is using artificial intelligence and robots and softwares to do operation. Now, we're going back to the Hands-On International. Dr. Renal Agard has confirmed that persons living with cataract, heart disease, dental issue, or in need of a diagnosis, but unable to afford medical treatment can access free medical care when the U.S. Comfort visits Trinidad and Tobago next month. Agard promised that even more international medical assistance is coming. The U.S. Comfort will be here from August 5th to the 11th and will be docked at the port of Spain. Listen to this.
Partnered with the U.S. Embassy, and they have graciously offered to bring the U.S. Comfort. It's one of the most beautiful floating hospitals in the world. The U.S. Comfort, it is equipped with a lot of stuff, and they can do surgery, especially we might not have the capacity or to do certain type of surgery, but they're equipped, especially pediatric surgery, they're there with us. And they have all this, the majority of services that we offered, and they will be here from August 5th to the 11th. They will be docked at Port of Spain.
Dr. Agard organization is in a cultural 40s addressing a wide range of ailments, but he assured more medical assistance is on the way.
On August 20th to the 27th, we will have a team of expertise. Actually, Dr. Jacobs is one of the world's leading cataract surgeons. And we are hoping that we could handle anywhere from 2,300 to 2,500 cataract surgeries. That one needs some form of registration because we need to know when we come, we would not be screening for cataract. When we come is just to do cataract surgery.
Concerning cataract, the doctor noted that a patient will need to have been previously diagnosed by an eye doctor to qualify for the surgery. So Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to follow up on this. We're going to try to visit the site to bring you a little more on what is taking place with these doctors and Hands-On International. So we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, Coup survivors call for compensation. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on a fixed deposit for 5 years and over with upfront interest. Contact our central office at 238-6716 or our San Fernando office at 242-9944. You don't want to miss this great opportunity. Invest today and watch your investment work for you.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So viewers, remember Real Talk Financing, 5%, interest up front, you cannot go wrong. If you have $200,000 put down in a commercial bank somewhere, in a credit union somewhere, and you're not getting interest, you have to wait 10 years to get your upfront of 2%, 2.5%. I'm going to tell you something. I'm telling you to take out your $200,000 and bring it in Real Talk Financing and get $50,000 upfront as your interest for 5 years. Where are you getting that in Trinidad and Tobago? Nowhere. Remember, Real Talk Financing, we have Real Talk Group of Companies. Trinidad and Tobago, I have 30 years experience in the finance industry. Hence the reason why I am the president of Real Talk Credit Union. Hence the reason why I am the director of Real Talk Financing in Trinidad and Tobago. We have 3 lending centers, 3 loan centers, 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, 132 Victoria Village in San Fernando, and 25 Superior Street in San Fernando. We also have 2 branches of credit union, 14 Carney Savannah Road in Chaguanas and Superior Street in San Fernando, viewers. So we in the finance business, we know about lending, we know about saving, Not much people know how to let their money work for them. Here's the reason why I am telling you that 5% on a fixed deposit for 5 years is where your money working for you. Now, the more money you invest on a fixed deposit, it is the more money you will get in return. Go to all the institutions and find out. Find out. So as we go back to our programming tonight, Coup survivor Wendell Eversley is calling on the president and the cabinet to do the right by Coup survivors and the families of the victim ahead of the 35th anniversary of the 1990 coup that took place in Trinidad. He says 35 years later, and there has not been any closure, no compensation for the victims. Speaking during an interview on Tuesday, he read a report from the 10 commissioners of police. The 10 commissioners of police. Listen to this.
Every year, I mention chapter 11, and it's ensuring that the victims of the attempted coup and the society as a whole are satisfied that their pains, loss, suffering, and damages have been acknowledged, with a view to fostering closure of the events surrounding the attempted coup of 1990. This is what come out of the Commissioner's report.
So viewers, contrary to what was written in the report, Wendell alleged that the then commissioner were paid millions of dollars. Listen to his side.
And do you know the commissioners was paid millions of dollars? Do you know that the persons who were responsible for the coup was compensated for the buildings that they say the police damaged, and in the tunes of millions?
So now viewers, with the anniversary of the 1990 coup, attempted coup, just days away, on July 27th, last Friday, Attorney General John Jeremy warned that there will be no repeat of the incident under the watch of the UNC government. He made a statement while responding to questions from the media during a press briefing following the declaration of a state of emergency in the country. So viewers, I just hope that we don't have a repeat of this anytime soon, because that was a terrible, terrible, terrible day for Trinidad and Tobago. But nevertheless, we're going into some crime news now, viewers. Just a little bit, not much. Commissioner of Police Alyssa Grovero is assuring the public that crime syndicate whose activities prompted the declaration of the current state of emergency is being dismantled piece by piece. The commissioner comments come following successful rescue of kidnapped victim Janki Sati Karim from a house in the Toko Main Road in Rampalagas around 6:30 p.m. on Monday in an operation led by the Multi-Operational Police Section, MOPS, Anti-Kidnapping Unit, the AKU, and the Special Investigation Unit, that is the SIU. Listen to this.
Based on information and intelligence received, officers from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Services sections, the Multi-Optional Police Section, the Special Investigations Unit, and the Anti-Kidnapping Unit received intelligence about the location of kidnapped victim Sati Karim. As a result, intelligence-led operation went into play, and as the officers would have approached the house, the male suspect would have held Ms. Karim hostage, was armed with a firearm, and sadly, the police officers had to use the use of force policy. And he was wounded and taken to hospital, where he succumbed subsequently. The victim, Ms. Karim, was also taken to hospital where she was medically examined, and she is now reunited with her family.
Now, viewers, the cop confirmed that Karim's abduction was linked to the last Friday declaration of a state of emergency, which, he said, was aimed at dismantling criminal syndicate.
Based on information and intelligence received, officers from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Services sections, the multi-optional police section, the Special Investigations Unit, and the Anti-Kidnapping Unit received intelligence about the location of kidnapped victim Saieed Karim. As a result, intelligence-led operation went into play, and as the officers would have approached the house, the male suspect would have held Ms. Karim hostage, was armed with a firearm, and sadly, the police officers had to use the use of force policy. And he was wounded and taken to hospital, where he succumbed subsequently. The victim, Ms. Karim, was also taken to hospital, where she was medically examined, and she is now reunited with her family.
So viewers, the police service also has confirmed that no injuries were sustained by police officers or members of the public during the rescue operation of Janki Sati Karim. So we want to congratulate the officers and them in that field for a job well done, and let's hope that if any other individuals in Trinidad and Tobago who are, or who will be, or who is going to be kidnapped, let's just hope TTPS could act swiftly and bring on a state of emergency for 15 days to find them. I say after the commissioner, Allah, don't get me wrong. The COP confirmation that Karim abduction was linked to last Friday declaration of a state of emergency, which he said was aimed at dismantling a criminal syndicate. So Trinidad and Tobago, what I want to say tonight is that if any member or citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are kidnapped, let's hope the TTPS, the Commissioner of Police, the President could come out and do a quick 15 days state of emergency and give the police the power to walk into places and look for the kidnapped victim. That Trinidad and Tobago would be a method to use in any kidnapping from today going forward. I will be calling for it myself. Watch and you will see something. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, I will run this tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. We'll be right back here another night for another live show, Real Talk with Saieed. Until then, be safe.